What is the instantaneous speed of a car moving according to the equation? Okay, x means distance, so you say displacement, so 2t square plus 4t square plus 10t at t equals to 4 seconds. So instantaneous speed, another name for speed is velocity, but velocity is speed that has direction. So I have v. So, and I know that v is equal to dx, that is change in displacement all over change in time. So this is something as saying differentiation. So I'll say 2 into this. Okay, that is 3. So I have 3 into 2, 6 t, 3 minus 1, 2 plus 2 into 8 t, 2 minus 1, 1, t raised to power 1 is 2 plus 1 times 1 t, 1 minus 1, so 1. So I have this. Now they said at t, so I now say at t equals to 4 seconds. So v will be equals to 6 into 4 raised to power 2 plus 8 into 4 plus 110. So if you do it very well, this will be the same as saying 6 times 16 plus 8 times 4 is equals to 32 plus 110. So 6 times 16 is equals to 96. So 96 plus 32 plus 110. So this is equals to 238 meters per second. So that is for question 130. So for 131, let's move to question 131. Question 131 says a projectile launched at 45 degrees with velocity of 100 meters per second hits a target. What will be the velocity if the range is doubled? So I normally solve this question like this. Manual method first. I'll see R. I'll see R is equals to u square naturally sine 2 theta over g. Notice that they're talking about range and velocity. So they are saying if the range is doubled, what will be the velocity? So this is setting as in r equals to u square. So which means that if the range is doubled, it becomes 2r equals to 2u then square. That is 2 times u square. So I will see everything on the right hand side, everything on the left hand side. So I can say u square is equals to, that is everything, this one is equals to 2u square. So I can say take square root of both sides. So that this becomes u is equals to root 2 times root u square. This will cancel it. So u is equals to, the new u will be root 2 times u. And you know that this is going to be u is equals to root 2. Then this u is given as 100 times root 2. Root 2 is 1.4142. So times 100. So the new velocity will be 141.4214, which is u is approximately 141.4 meter per second. So this is manual method. Let's check if we are correct using the normal method of solving this. So what I will say is a projectile is launched at 45 degrees and with velocity of 100 meters per second hits a target. What will be the velocity range? So I'll simply say r equals to, using the normal method, sine 2 theta over g. So let's say this is g10, u is 100 square, sine 2 times 45, and this is going to the something and saying 10,000 sine 90 all over 10. This will cancel this. So sine 90 is 1. So sine 90 is equals to 1. So 1000 times 1 is just 1000. So r is equals to 1000. So when r is doubled, you will now have 1000 times 2. So that means that 2r is equals to 2000. So I will now have, let's now make it this way. So 2000, that is for 2r now, is equals to u square sine 2 theta over g. They are asking us to find the new velocity when it is doubled. So I will say g is 10. This is sine 2 theta. Theta is 45. So this is going to be the same thing as saying this crossover. So I have 20,000 equals to u square sine 90. So I'll say yes. So I'll say divide both sides by sine 90. Divide both sides by sine 90. This will cancel this, and sine 90 is 1. So this is 20,000 over 1. So this is the same thing as saying 20,000 over 1. So I have u squared to be equals to 20,000. So I'll say take square root of both sides. So square root 20,000, I'll get u is equals to 141.42 meter per second, which is the same answer I got. Okay, then this one they said add 4i plus 3j minus 5k and b add I plus j plus k. What is they say? Okay, so what they are asking us to do is to add the vectors. So let's bring it out. I have the a plus b from this question will simply be a plus b will be equals to 4i plus I, then plus 3j plus j plus minus 5k plus k. So this will be 5i plus 4j minus 5k plus k will be minus 4k. So this will be my answer for a plus b. Then a minus b, look at the question. This is the question. So a minus b will be equals to 4i minus I plus 3j minus j plus j, yes, minus 5k minus k. So this is going to be 3i, this is going to be 3i plus 2j minus 6k. So this is the a minus b. So this is your answer. This is your answer. So let's move to the next one. They say list the 7 fundamental quantities. So the 7 fundamental quantities, we have 1 mass, 2 length, 3 time, 4 temperature, 5 amount of substance, which is the unit is mole. Then 6 luminous intensity, candela. Then 7 electric currents, ampere. Alright, so there you have it. So 134 now. So for 134, they said if a body is pulled by a force of 40 Newton, causing the body to experience a velocity of 2 meters per second, what is the power exacted? We know that work done, power, sorry. Okay, we know that power is is equals to work done, rate of work done over time, and work done is force times displacement all over time. This thing is looking like velocity, so it means that force times velocity, power is also force times velocity, and what we are giving here is 40 Newton, and then 2 velocity, that is meter per second. So this is going to give me the sentence saying 80 watts. This is my answer. So the device is used to measure pressure. They include barometer. You also have manometer. So many of it. So angular displacement. Angular displacement is the ratio of arc distance or arc displacement to radius. So I have this S R. So theta is the unit for angular. Theta is the symbol for angular displacement. So this is equals to S over R. S over R. So if I know that, let's move. So they say the unit of measurement of angular acceleration is rads per second square, which is the sentence saying radians per second square. That is rads per second square. Okay. The study of motion of objects without regards to the force that causes it is known as kinematics, while the study of motion of objects with regards to force is known as dynamics. So this answer is kinematics. So this one now can include javelin, shot put, basketball, throwing a basketball, launched ball. So the mathematical representation of maximum height is h equals to u squared sine squared theta over 2g. So they say define center of mass. So center of mass can be defined as the center of mass is the point or region which appears to have the most concentration of matter of an object. Or you say of a body of mass, or of a body of mass. So that region that appears as if is the part where everything is happening, that's the center of mass. So it's not must it's at the center. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Center of gravity. So center of gravity is we define center of gravity as the point where, so we can say center of gravity 142 is the point or position that the weight of a body is directed to. So the region that the force of gravity acts, or the region that holds the most weight of a body, is said to be center of gravity. And we normally say that center of gravity of an object tends downwards. We even say that center of gravity of the earth has is a negative, is negative. Reason being that since it acts downward, if this is vertical axis, this is plus, this is minus, so center of gravity normally tend this way. So that's why we say that it is a negative, it has negative value. So center of gravity of an object. So the next one is calculate the time taken for a mango that falls from the tree 20 meter to reach the ground. So S is equals to UT plus half GT square. Because it's going down, G is positive. Yes, it's going down, so it's obeying gravity. It's obeying gravity. When you're obeying something, you are positive. When you are going against it, you are negative. So then, because it's coming down, it has already gone up before coming down. So because of it, U is 0 times this. Everything here will get out. So S, which is 20, will be equals to G here is 10. Then T, we don't know, T square over 2. So cross multiply. So you have 40 is equals to 10T square. So divide both sides by 10. Divide both sides by 10. This will get out. This will get out. So we now have, okay, let's do it here. T square equals, so we can say take the square. We can say take 4 equals to T square. So take the square root of both sides. This will get out. So this is going to give me 2. So T is equals to 2 seconds. So a ball, when a ball rolls on a smooth level, when a ball rolls on a smooth level ground, the motion of its center is translational. Translational. It will be straight line. See, as the ball is rolling, let's say this is the center. As it's rolling, if this is the part, it will be rolling, 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 rolling. Notice that it's maintaining a straight line. So why the parts of the body is rotational, is rotatory, is rotational, the center, the motion of its center will be translational, or you see will be linear. So however you want to put it. So the acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1.7 meter per second square. Is a constant. Now that of this, length of a displaced pendulum bob which passes its lowest point twice every second. So here twice every second means, so if you say twice every second, it means to complete one oscillation is twice, which means, and we know that frequency is revolution per second, number of oscillation per second. So it simply means that the frequency here is equals to 1 revolution, and that means that the period here T is equals to 1 over F. So T is equals to 1 over 1, which is equals to 1. So going back to this equation of, so going back to this, we say that T is equals to 2 pi root L over G. Trying to make L subject of the formula, we say take squares of both sides. Take squares of both sides. So that you now have T square is equals to 4 pi square. Then this will cancel this. So that root L over G. So we can say divide both sides by 4 pi square. So that we have T square over 4. T square over 4 pi square is equals to L over G. So making a subject of the formula, you now have this will cross over. So you now have GT square over 4 pi square is equals to L. So we now substitute 10 into 1 square all over 4 times 22 over 7 all square. So is equals to L. Let's punch it. So we got this. So 4 times, I'm coming. So we now have 10 divided by 39.5136. 10 divided by 39.5136. So we have 0.2531, which is approximately 0.25 in meter. So this is my answer. Now given a vector A, then the vector A is said to that the coil A equals to 0, then the vector is said to be irrotational. Okay, given that we find the value of, okay, all right, so they say given that let's do this one here. They say given that we have this vector, now they said A, so when they say given that A equals to this, whether this means I, because it's on the part of x. As I see this, it's on the part of x. And again, I need to note why I'm saying is I is because they said A and B will be perpendicular. Find the value for which A and B will be perpendicular. And once they tell you about perpendicular, it means dot product, this way. So they're asking you, can A be this way and B be this way, so that they get 90 degrees. And it's only when you're talking about dot product that you say, if it's y, let it be y, which is 1. If it's x, let it be x, which is 1. It cannot do planar. That is the way cross products move. So for that reason, when they ask you how do you make A and B to be perpendicular when you're talking about I, J, K vectors, it's talking about dot product. So I'll simply say A is equals to 1I, which is the same thing as I, plus 2J minus MK. Then B is equals to 5I plus 5J plus 3K. Find the value for which A and B will be perpendicular. So what it means is that I'll say A dot B will be equals to 1I dot 5I plus 2J dot 5J, then plus, okay, minus MK dot 3K. So this is going to be I dot I is 1, so I just have 5 plus 2J dot 5J is 10 times 1, which is 10, minus MK dot 3K is going to be the same thing as saying 3M times 1, which is 3M. So A dot B is equals to this. So this is the value of A dot B. But they are asking us the value for which M for which A and B will be perpendicular. So remember that what we got for A dot B. So A dot B is equals to this, and this is equals to A dot B. So which means that this is the same thing as saying 5 plus 10 minus 3M is equals to 0. And notice 5 plus 10 is equals to 15 minus 3M is equals to 0. So 15 is equals to 3M. Divide both sides by 3 is good. So this here 5, so equals to M. So M value is going to be 3. Very simple. Now the next part, which is this part, they said define torque as it applies to rotational motion. Define torque as it applies to rotational motion. To define torque, we say that torque is the measurement of the product of force and distance in a circular motion or in a circular object. So let me use circular motion, circular motion. So what this means is that if I have this moving and I have the radius this way, what it's saying is that as it's moving, the force that is taking this round and this R, now that's what torque is. So we say that torque T is equals to Fr. So it's unlike moments where you just have perpendicular distance. So this one is Fr. So if I know that, you have cases where they can give you, if this is this and this is this, notice this thing now that I'm drawing here, this thing now. So let me pull it out. Let's say this is the distance, and let's say this is the force, and let's say there's an angle theta here, and let's say this is the total length. Those distance and length are but I'm using this to just make it okay. So in this case, if I'm asked to find torque when there is an angle, I will say first of all torque here will be equal to the force and this distance, force and the distance. But notice if you apply SOHCAHTOA, you see that this angle here is facing this side, which makes it the opposite. So the opposite here is D. Then this particular side, if this side, the side is sitting the angle is sitting on is the adjacent. So this side becomes the L. So the hypotenuse now is equals to L. So we normally say that using this approach, you can also say that torque, because this is now opposite over hypotenuse, is so, which is sine theta, is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So if we make the subject of the formula here now, you see that D is equals to L sine theta. That is yes now sine theta equals to D over L. D over L, so making only one. So you see L sine theta. So if that means that torque can also be the same thing as saying FL sine theta, because D is equals to L sine theta. So if I know this, it simply means that if I want to define torque, as I define that it has to do with force and distance, and the radius distance here it talks about radius, because torque is always concerned with when you are moving, the motion is a circular motion, so, and the force there. So when I do this, I need to know these two formulas.